We're going to teach children how to play.
The concept might not be new, but neither is the program that's being used to foster it.
We used to do it in the 80s. We've brought it back to life.
But with childhood obesity rates in Ontario over 25%, the need for the program is both new and real.
We know that children need to have that 60 minutes a day active play. This gives an opportunity to have that, get them off the couch, get them out of the house, and so that parents can have a little downtime as well.
The drop-in supervised program called Let's Play in the Park will be offered at 12 playgrounds across Mississauga from July 2nd to August 29th, and it's completely free.
I'm born and raised down south of the QEW in the old village of Lauren Park. When I was young, we were allowed to run free. It was a different time. That's 50 years ago. And today the children don't run free, and they have to be supervised in some cases. And many of these families just need help leaving their children in proper care and counsel for a day. And when I saw this program and that the city was going to organize it and the Jerry Love Fund was going to fund it, I couldn't help it. I had to help.
Children being active is a cause that is close to Jerry Love, founder of the Jerry Love Children's Fund, which is helping to support the program.
Young children now they're finding have problems such as juvenile diabetes, overweight and obesity, and these are not necessary if we get the children active.
The Jerry Love Children's Fund helps hundreds of children in the city each year participate in recreational programs.
We have a unique attitude. We believe that every dollar that we collect, regardless of what kind of fundraising it is, every dollar goes to a deserving child. We have absolutely no overhead, no expenses.
And for the children, it's all about having fun.
You get out, you get to have some exercise and have fun outside.
Let's play in the park!
Wow. Welcome back. You're watching Cable 10 Live here on Waters TV, and let's go play in the park. That's what we're talking about now. I'm really pleased to have in studio with me Howie Dayton, who's the Director of Recreation, at the City of Mississauga. And welcome. It's lovely to have you here.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Pleasure to meet you as well. So let's play in the park. That was a great story that we just saw.
Yes.
Pretty fantastic.
We're very excited.
So let's talk about what Let's Play in the Park means. In its specifics, okay?
So essentially it's a supervised program starting July 2nd to August 29th at 12 park locations throughout the city. The intention is to provide children in the community, in their neighborhood parks, an alternative to structured organized camp by giving them a supervised program within a local setting that they can walk to, bike to, get active, socially engage, being cared for by positive role models at no cost. It's a free drop-in program.
So this really sort of takes away from the parents, I don't want to say parents' responsibility, but technically for 3 hours, depending upon which park they're close to, whether it's 9 to 12, like we talked about, or 1 to 4, they can say, here you go, Sonny, drop you off.
Yeah.
And they're going to be supervised.
Yes, yeah.
There's no cost involved.
None.
Not even a little bit?
Not even a little bit.
Not even for a juice box?
Not even for a juice box.
Wow,
yeah.
That's pretty cool. So they're there. So let's walk me through it. Walk our viewers through it so that they understand.
Yeah, essentially a child could say, I want to go to my neighborhood park. I'm going to bike there. I'm going to walk there. They will be greeted by 2 program leaders who are qualified, trained, first aid, CPR.
Oh, they are?
Trained, High Five, which is the Principles of Healthy Child Development. It's a national children's quality assurance program. They are all certified under that program, as is the city's recreation department. And they will be offered a number of activities, sports, arts and crafts, games, unstructured play for 3 hours.
Okay.
And then they'll go home and hopefully come back the next day and bring some friends along with them.
So during that 3 hours that they're there, just out of curiosity, are they going to get a juice box? Are they going to get something, water? Just so that parents know what they're going to have.
I mean, they will be encouraged to bring snack and whatever it is they want, but we will have special events with some food. We will make sure there's water on site every day so that if they need to refill their water bottle, they could refill their water bottle. Food is generally being provided because it's not a lunch hour supervised program.
Right.
And it's trying to keep it as inexpensive, as accessible as possible. And thanks to some very generous sponsors and contributors, we are able to do that at very little cost to the city directly.
So first I'm going to ask you a question about why it's so important for the city of Mississauga to do this, and then afterwards I'll give you a compliment because I think that's brilliant. So why is it so important?
Well, you know, I'm going to pay homage to the first recreation director for the city, Jerry Love. And Jerry had this program back in the day, in the 60s and 70s when he was involved. This is the roots of recreation, is providing alternatives to school in the summer for kids to have something structured to do. And so the program was dismantled some time ago for a number of reasons, and now we're revisiting that heritage aspect of our own history and coming back with Jerry to provide the program. So he has engaged Pepsi, local donors, Pepsi is a donor with the program, and through a generous sponsorship of local residents who are even embracing the program. Mayor McCallion herself offered up $1,000 when we presented this to council.
She's so lovely.
She's wonderful, and all the councillors are reminiscing about when they used to go to the program. So it really is creating a real sense of pride about our community parks, and we're having local businesses, Canadian Tire Jumpstart's getting involved, donating equipment. So it's really creating some momentum that I feel is important, because we want to see this program grow and expand, because we know that it's important. Not everybody wants to go to high structured, higher cost programs, and so we don't want those kids sitting home. This is an alternative for them that we think will meet a need in the community.
You brought up a good point there. I was going to say, is there like, and I mean this in the most politically correct of terminologies, is there an ulterior motive? Are we looking at helping kids fight the obesity factor before it becomes an issue?
Absolutely. You know, it's about being physically active. It's about sedentary lifestyles. It's about being socially engaged, not being home while your parents are at work with nothing to do, being bored and getting into trouble. It's all of those social health indicators that we believe are important, and programs like this are designed to address.
So now it's offered at a variety of parks. So is there a website that parents can figure out which parks? Is it every park in Mississauga?
No, it's not every park, and it's pilot year. It's at 12 park locations.
Okay, so this is a pilot year.
It's pilot year. Okay. We're going to evaluate it and then go back to council and determine what sort of the long-term program approach is going to be, where we're best to locate it. On our website, mississauga.ca, if you go onto the recreations page, you can find all the information about Let's Play in the Park. I've left a flyer. Hopefully you guys can put some links as well on your website that will show where to go. In fact, it's our actual URL is mississauga.ca/play, and that'll get you right into the website with the park locations. It has all the parent information, what to bring, what information we need for the safety of your child in terms of pickup, drop off, all of those types of things, and then how to deal with weather, inclement weather. So all of those procedures are listed for the parents' convenience.
So essentially mississauga.ca is where you're going to go. You can maneuver by looking through recreation and drop it down and have a look. But I mean, you know, you can also sort of do a little bit of research on your own too. If you have to make a couple of calls to the city of Mississauga, that's okay. That's okay, right?
We're happy to talk to him.
Wonderful. And so what you'll do is you'll provide them with the locations of the parks, how to deal with inclement weather. So if it's raining, we've got a hailstorm, whatever it is. Now, some parks are open from 9 to 12.
Right.
And some are open from 1 to 4.
Right.
But you won't have a park open from 9 to 12 and 1 to 4.
Not
so
this
it's
year.
either or.
Either. For the pilot year, that's right. We're trying it out that way. And then we're looking for feedback. Every parent's going to get a comment card. Every participant will get a card. How did we do today? Tell us what you think. And we want to hear from parents, and we want to hear from the campers to say, how could we do this better in year 2?
So what's going to happen, and that's fantastic, because it's the feedback that allows you to then move forward and progress and decide what works and what doesn't work, essentially, right? And so these this recreation staff is trained, and I want to mention it again because it's really important. Can we talk about the training that the staff has?
So we've got 2 playground supervisors, play in the park supervisors. They're the overall leaders, and then we have 12 program leaders that we've hired. So we're actually employing 14 people through this program, which is great. These kids have jobs as well. Minimum hiring age is 16, so they've got to be 16 to work. And they go through a 1-week, what we call pre-camp training experience. In addition, they have to come certified in first aid CPR. They have to come certified in principles of healthy child development through High Five. And then we provide them our policies, procedures, best practices around managing kids, programming ideas. All of that stuff happens this week. They're
Okay.
in training right now as we
Okay,
speak.
good.
And then they're ready to roll next week.
And they're ready to look after your children, and that's the most
Absolutely.
important thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk a little bit more when we come back. We're going to a break right now. We're live, 905-595-5483. So if you have any questions for Howie, now is a fantastic time to give us a call. So give us a call, and we'd love to answer your question. And we will be right back after this break.